Berlin has allowed other countries to supply Kyiv with German Leopard tanks of various modifications. At the first stage, Germany itself will provide a company of 14 tanks which are in service with the Bundeswehr. Germany is confident that Western military equipment will help Ukrainians on the battlefield.
Western models of tanks protect the soldiers much better and thus increase combat morale. They are also technically far superior to the Soviet models. This means that large-scale operations can be realistic again. This can free larger areas from Russian occupation and prevent war crimes. Roderich Kiesewetter, defense expert of the Christian Democratic Union, in an interview with Deutsche Welle.
Modern tanks, infantry fighting vehicles, armored personnel carriers, Abrams, Leopard, M2 Bradley, Marder, Striker, M41 Walker Bulldog, and more. These will help the armed forces of Ukraine in achieving their goals. According to experts, at the first stage, it will be possible to accumulate at least 150 pieces of weapons from Western partners.
14 tanks are provided by the UK. These are Challenger 2 tanks. We are talking about the fact that Poland provides at least a tank company, 14 Leopard 2A4 vehicles. Germany already announced that it would provide at least a tank company of Leopard 2A6 tanks. Today we are already hearing statements from several countries. Someone will provide 4 vehicles, someone will provide 6 vehicles. The Netherlands is ready to buy out 18 Leopard 2 tanks that they have on lease.
The Leopard 2 tank is the most widespread heavy armored vehicle in Europe. It is in service in more than a dozen countries. At the same time, although Russia owns the largest arsenal of tanks, their quality is inferior to European developments at times. Experts assure that in this case, quantity cannot beat quality. In 11 months of a full-scale invasion, the Russian army has lost more than 3,000 tanks in Ukraine, and the repair of tanks is getting more and more difficult for the Russian military industry because of the Western sanctions.
We see that the degradation of the production of tanks and sites in Russia is already leading to the fact that the quality of the equipment that comes to replace the out-of-service one is significantly deteriorating. So the T-Leopard 2A4 tanks are the level above which Russia will not rise now.
At the same time, American experts are sure that Ukraine's partner countries should not stop at the supply of tanks alone.
I think the goal should be for Ukraine to win. Instead of debating each weapons system, let us state victory as the goal and give Kyiv the weapons it needs to fight this war the way NATO would fight it. Combined arms operations with fighter aircraft, tanks, infantry, long-range artillery and missiles, air and missile defenses, everything except nuclear weapons. So the provision of these tanks on their own will certainly help, but only at the margins. Matthew Kronik, national security strategist, former CIA officer, in an interview with Foreign Policy.
According to the American publication Politico, citing its sources, the supply of tanks was only the beginning. Now the United States and Europe are discussing the supply of fighter jets to Ukraine. Reported by Diana Kolesnik, Larisa Zubenko, Angelika Brushnevska, UATV News.